Peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now. I just had a blooper. It still got me tickled, but now now I wanna speak on sigil magic. Sigil, Sigil magic. And now before I get deep into it, I'm not I don't even like to say because as a vibrational being that knows I'm remembering a lot of things, well basically some of these things I'm teaching and feel like I'm coming across it for the first time is actually just me relearning things that I already knew. But speaking from, from a level of, where I just want to be sure on it, as far as like I like to tell everybody, I'm just getting into this. I'm no expert on it, but this is, basically the basic way. There's no expert way to explain it either, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same way to do it across the board. So like say for instance, even if I have done it yet or not, these directions still apply to making a sigil. It's not like something like, oh, you can't say that because you never did a sigil and worked on it. No, I know they work. I never used them. Matter of fact, I did my first one the other day. So I'm about to see how much it does work, but for the most part, I'm just getting in, re-entering into this information again. You know what I'm saying? But sigil magic. And matter of fact, a sigil is like a symbol used to program the subconscious. Subconscious mind deals with symbols, and basically that's why, like when we dream, everything is in the symbol format because our subconscious, deals with symbols. Matter of fact, let me get a little sheet of paper to do a little example of a sigil right quick. But basically, and like I said in my other videos, the symbols is what the subconscious mind deal with. That's why the people who do marketing and all these PR departments and the government and all this, they deal with symbols also because they program in your subconscious mind. But basically, with sigil magic, you want to start off with always set your intention, and basically, you want to have some type of intention or desire, something that you want to manifest. That's what you're dealing with sigil magic. And basically, you want to write the sentence down. All of us dealing in this Babylon time, even though the dollar about to be obsolete, all of us focus on financial stability, man. How we could keep this abundance flowing. So let's see. I'm gonna do one simple. I am abundance. So write that down. I am abundance. And matter of fact, I'm gonna do one better than that because you do want it to be something that you're actually trying to manifest. Like now, like say for instance, I am abundance is more of an affirmation, so that's not a great example. Let's see. And two, when you're writing these sigils out too, before I write this one out, you don't want to use negative statements. Like say for instance, I do not see negative people. Like say for instance, if you're trying to get away from negative people, you don't write I never see negative people, because in essence, the subconscious mind don't really see the word not. You know, it just run over that and just hear negative people. Which what? Negative people in our experience? Oh, all right. Negative people. You know what I'm saying? So even though you say I do not see negative people, it's like, what, you see negative people? I heard it was negative people. So you don't want to really use negatives. Matter of fact, like how in society where the European civilization of like war on everything, or like a negative connotation to everything instead of being pro this or peaceful about the situation. It's like I do not, you don't want to use a negative connotation. If anything, if you don't want to see negative people, then you want to say something like I see positive people all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it would be something of that manner. But I'll just do anything. I I am financial abundance. No, because there's another thing too. You want to make sure it's in present tense. It's just like your affirmations, because your affirmations is going to the subconscious, and the subconscious don't deal with picking out whether this is past or future, whatever. It deals with now, and also to give it that power, you want to speak in the now. That's why, again, like I said in my other video, when that subconscious mind, like you go to reminiscing, thinking about a past thought, the subconscious mind don't decipher that that's a past thought. It just say, "Oop, a thought right now. I'm going there." You know what I'm saying? That's basically how that works. But let's see. I'm gonna just go with the I am abundance one just to show you how it works. Just a quick one, you know. But so basically, you write out your sentence. That's what you're trying to manifest. And like I say, no negative connotations. You wanna, if you're trying to say like I don't want to be around negative people, then you just say I'm around positive people all the time. You know what I'm saying? And basically, right after you do the statement, you want to scratch out all the vowels and reoccurring letters. Now, some people don't scratch out the vowels. Some people do. But from most of the teachings I saw, you want to scratch out all the vowels. So that would be the I, A, let's see, U, A, E. All right, just scratch out the vowels first, and then you would scratch out the reoccurring letter, so any letter that appears more than once. So let's see, M, nope, only one M, only one B, but let's see, N appears more than once, so we want to scratch out the N's. And so I'm left with M, B, D, C. That's a good look. I always gotta try to look from the side. So, after you scratch out all the vowels and you scratch out all the reoccurring letters, you get, just the letters left over. So it's MBDC. And basically, with these remaining letters, I want to make a symbol with it. So whether it be like, you want to make something that's not extremely hard too. Like you don't want to make nothing that's too hard to visualize where it got so many little lines and everything, because a part of this is a part of Sigil Magic. An important part of it is programming your subconscious mind, so you have to do a little bit of remembering and forgetting. You gotta be able to visualize, remember the visualization, or remember how your symbol looks, but not remember what it was for. Like to keep it out of your conscious mind of remembering what it was for, so it can work with your subconscious. But you don't want your symbol to be too complicated. I'm gonna do M. Just starting off so far. This is what I got. You mix it up, do it however you want, but you're basically creating like a symbol. I'm not gonna even do nothing too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make this stand for the B and I put this little, and this could stand for the C and the D, in essence. So that'll be basically this is the sigil or the symbol, and what you want to do. Now some people draw a circle around it. Matter of fact, and two, you want to make multiple symbols, but just right now, you know what I'm saying, you get to this part, you want to basically charge your sigil, you know what I'm saying, basically visualizing it in a highly blissful state. A lot of people, deal with the old school where they use sexual magic or sexual arousal to charge the sigil, but you can another situation method I came across is like using a yoga pose, or like say for instance where you're stretching, doing like one of the hardest yoga poses that always kind of where you got to really give that little extra strength to, And as you're coming out of that pose, like matter of fact, or like when you're stretching, so it could be stretching of any sort, but like when you come out of that stretching, it's like like dang, like that felt good, you know what I'm saying? But in that moment, you want to visualize your sigil, and now matter of fact, now you either if you got a good memory, you could just you know visualize it and have it in your memory bank. So when you have that moment, basically flash it in the mind's eye and that third eye. Matter of fact, that's why decalcifying the pineal gland is important. You can't do sigil magic without it. If you can't visualize and see things. But basically you could visualize it without the paper, or you could have the paper right there as you're stretching, and trying to charge it and actually and visualize it. So again, after you draw it out, get your letters, get your symbol. Then you want to charge your symbol by visualizing it. Like I say, some people use sexual magic or sexual arousal. So like when you having an orgasm, visualizing it, because that's a part of sex magic anyway. And then or being in a stretching position, like a yoga position, and as you're getting that blissful sigh of release, blissful sigh of relief, then you know what I'm saying, you envision that symbol. And basically, all right, after you charge your and two, another way I thought of it too, though, you can manually go into a happy emotional state of having what you're asking for in your sigil. So if you're capable of doing that, like, well, you could just like get blissful off of visualizing. Say, for instance, I say I am abundance, like, and I could just visualize all the abundance, and then just get so super, blissful, and then envision my sigil. And like I said, now this came to me, so that I haven't heard that from anybody else, but that was just me thinking about, another option of possibly, charging it. But you're basically just trying to charge it by being in a blissful state while visualizing it. Give it that energy. That's what charging is doing. Is giving it that type of energy. And then basically after that, you want to put it away somewhere in an attempt to forget it. Because matter of fact, so when you come across it again, you won't even remember what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's the thing, you program in your subconscious. And matter of fact, that's just how the law of attraction work, or how you manifest things. Where you gotta keep the conscious mind from getting in the subconscious mind way. Like after you affirm and think about what you're trying to manifest with your conscious mind, then you let off. Because if you keep on barking like, I'm abundance, and you just keep on affirming this and that, now you're not being in the receptive mode of allowing things to come to you. And so basically, that's the reason for reason for forgetting about the thing is to allow the subconscious to work on the symbol. Because if you remember what the symbol was for, you're gonna constantly be focused on it. Because like, even if you're not trying, because you got that faint memory of it, that conscious mind gonna keep grabbing on it, and it's gonna stop it from working, and therefore it's blocking the subconscious from doing the work of helping it manifest. So that's basically it. Matter of fact, you start to realize that all forms of magic, alchemy, all this is a form of transforming and transmuting your subconscious mind into knowing that we are the beings that can manifest things. Basically deprogramming that subconscious brainwashing we've been given all of our life, mostly for those, for the most of us that have been given it, and to get into that mode of knowing that we have these magic abilities. But so after you charge it, again, you want to put it away somewhere and attempt to forget it. Like a matter of fact, and you want to make multiple symbols. So after you do this one, do about at least 6 or 7 of them, and you almost like basically you forget it. So after, matter of fact, after you done charged it already, and now before you put it away, you want to actually like matter of fact, I put it like this: you'll put it away first, and then you could actually like forget about it, because you actually have to give it some time to, like I say, not charge, but to get out of that conscious mind. So when you come back across it, it's like, you can not. I'm talking about even if you try. That as you're trying to forget it, like seriously forget it. Like, well, even if you try to remember what this symbol was about, it's like I can't recall. You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta truthfully forget about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, after you forget about it, which in essence, I don't know if that process has to be in order, whether you spread them out first and then forget about them, or you like sit there and like actually like trying to forget about them and then go back to them and spread them and hide them out. You know, whichever way will work best for you, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Because in that, to me, that last part seemed like it could be interchangeable and which one could come first. Just as long as you're making sure you forget it, and as long as you're making sure you're making more than one and place them all over the place. Because therefore, well, you know, you go to like a female, you go in your purse, a male, you go in your book sack, or you open up a book, or you know, you go to a certain place in your house and then you see this little symbol and you're like, I don't know, I don't remember what that's from. Well, but as your subconscious sees that symbol, the subconscious know what's going on because you know it already got programmed in there and it got charged into your subconscious. So even though your conscious mind don't remember, your subconscious remember. Like, all right, I remember that symbol. Let's get this abundance flowing. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring this abundance in. So, you know, it's basically, you know, again, like how I brought up in my other video, where it's like in essence, like I, it, I don't know if it's good to use that terminology, but it is like bullshitting your subconscious. But it's not bullshitting because you really do have these powers. So that's why I say I don't want to use the terminology bullshitting you. But you know, but it is like, you know, basically just trying to program your subconscious into, you know, knowing that it is the magical being, the vibrational being that it is, that it can manifest things with these, you know. So again, you want to make sure it's easy to visualize and not too intricate. What I mean by easy to visualize, like say for instance, if you had a symbol that was like this, and this is a good example. In essence, it may not look like letters or word, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Like I won't be able to to remember all the lines in this symbol. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want nothing too crazy because then you won't be able to, you know, keep that visual memory. You're not trying to remember the actual statement, but you're trying to remember the symbols, the right brain, feminine brain. You're not trying to keep the logic of the sentence, you know, you're just trying to, you know, and you see how much as above so below, like keeping that logic out, that ego, that logic, stopping things from manifesting. You got these spiritual powers and what's stopping it is, you know, it's like the devil, like that left brain, you know what I'm saying? That masculine, let me analyze everything, you know what I'm saying? Part of the brain. And also again I said make multiple symbols to put all over the place. And matter of fact, and then two, just basically with charging it, you know, the more energy you put into it, the more you get out of it. So just make sure that when you charging it, and matter of fact, and we're doing any of this, like for everything, I know I say this, you know, I've said it in a bunch of old videos, but this is very important. You should only be getting into this and doing this if you truly believe that it is true and that it is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? This is not for no super skeptical person to say, "Oh yeah, let me just try it." So just, don't even you wasting your time, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know and believe in your magic abilities before you even step forward with dealing with any of this. Okay, it's like the law of attraction. If you can't fathom that your brain manifests things, then it's pointless for you to even get into it. You might as well stay being thinking that you are being affected by life instead of creating life. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this is for, you know, people who really, you know and feel it. But this is real, regardless of if you want to believe in it or not. But again, you could just take your little symbols. Let's say have your bunch of them. You know, make them bigger than that. However, and you could just, you know, just stash them in all kind of places and just forget about them. You know, and when you come across it and you see it, the subconscious mind gonna remember what's going on, even though your conscious mind won't. And again, remember to keep your statements in the present tense, mostly like the I am or the I have. Like, you know, you're not thinking like I will get or I had. Like, no, you have whatever you know what I'm saying? I have $400 $400,000 coming in by next month, then all right, you know what I'm saying? It's about having though. You don't say I will, because then subconscious like, oh, I guess you will, whenever you will. It's almost like saying I won't. Too is like, all right, you won't, cool, you won't. That's all you get is the won't. You don't get that. You have to say it in the present tense, or either in the I am tense. Like I am this, I am that, or I have. Because again, the subconscious mind don't deal with past, future, no type of you know time or no tense. In essence, it's just basically like right now, whatever you put in front of me is the moment. That's all it know. So like I say, whenever you go to reminiscing and going and thinking about things that happened in the past that may not be healthy to think about, that's gonna throw your manifestation. It's gonna throw it off. It's basically like throwing throwing something in the spokes of a bike while it's moving. You know what I'm saying? It'll take you out of alignment because the subconscious mind don't remember or think or even in essence, I would say don't know, but it's not thinking like, oh yeah, I remember that memory. No, it's like, oh wait, what's going on? What are we doing right now? So whatever thought, that's what's being put out there. But you know, the sigil magic, try it out. I know, like, I had to do this because for one, I've been getting more into my, dealing with my magic and my alchemist. So I'm like, I gotta do a sigil magic video. Because matter of fact, I know across the board, mostly all of us, everybody that's giving out information, the higher vibrations is definitely moving through us. You know, it's almost like we all talking to one being. You know what I'm saying? Because I could tell how our subject matter is lining up as I'm looking across the board. But that's it on the sigil magic. Just remember that you are a magi, you are an alchemist, you are a god, you are a creator. You know what I'm saying? Don't give away your power. Use your powers. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard to believe, or I know you've been brainwashed for so long, but meditate. You know what I'm saying? Start eating healthy, and you're gonna start seeing. Start from there, and it'll start giving you, a little insight. But that's basically it. Sigil magic. Give it a try. And like I said, it's for the people who really, know and believe in the magic abilities and not skeptical. It's not for just somebody that has no idea, no belief in it, and just like, you're gonna waste your time. It's about the true, magic people, the true alchemists, that really know and believe in the powers. Know the powers, not just necessarily believe. But peace. Happy now. Now it's the vibrate. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now.